Good day, everybody. Today we are going to develop a calculator application using Visual Basic 6.0. So what we are going to see today is developing a calculator using Visual Basic 6.0. So to develop a calculator, first we have to design it. Okay. So on the form, first we will design the calculator. So how a calculator looks like, in that manner we will first design it. So I am keeping a frame on the form. Okay. What is this frame? Frame is a container control. Okay. So even your form is also a container control, because why these form, frame, and even picture box, all these are called as container control. Container control will act like a host, and it can contain all the other controls inside it, so that it acts like a parent and all the others will act like a child of it, right? So whenever you move the container controls, all the controls you have kept over the container control like frame or form also will move along with them. So I have placed here one frame which is a container control, so that whenever you over it, when you move the frame, all the other controls added to it will also move along with that. So a frame is kept on the form, right? As a base, I have kept this frame, and now I am going to design the calculator. So to display the output, a text box is kept. A text box is kept on the frame, right? To display the output of the calculator. Before deleting the text on the calculator, just make the alignment to be right justify. Okay, make the alignment to be right justify, because in calculator when you see, all the text will appear from the right end only. It will not be like your ordinary text displays from left to right. In calculators, the text will be displayed from right to left. So make the alignment of the text box to be right justify. Now add buttons one by one. Right? First I am going to add one button on the frame. Okay. What is the button I am going to add is the first button, caption. Make the command button's caption as 1. So button 1 is created. And remember why I am creating it at the bottom of the frame, because in calculators numbers will appear from bottom to top. To make it like look like real calculator, I am making the button 1 to appear at the last, I mean at the bottom of the frame, right? Now another thing what we are going to do is, we are not going to add buttons one by one simply by clicking from the toolbox. We are going to copy this button and paste it. Whenever you copy any control and paste it, it becomes a control array. Is it not? So I'm just going to copy this command button 1, right? And I'm going to paste it. Paste it, your message box will pop up and it will show you a message. You already have a control named command 1. Do you want to create a control array? So we are going to create a control array and we are sure about it. So just click yes. So command button 1 with a control array of index 1 has been created, and I am going to change the caption as 2, right? Like that, keep on pasting it one by one, right? Just right click and paste one by one. All the command buttons, just place it one by one. Change the caption for the numbers that will appear on the calculator. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then 0. So keep adding the buttons one by one. So this caption would be, the caption for this button would be 4, right? So 1, 2, 3 buttons are added. So make this caption to be 4, paste it, make the caption to be 5, paste it, make the caption to be 6, and add another button, just paste it, make the caption to be 7, then paste another button, make it to be 8, add another button, make the button to be, caption of the button to be 9, add another button, make the caption to be 0. So we have added the buttons. All the buttons have the same name, command 1, but they differ by their index because we have copied and pasted the command 1 button only. So whenever we copy any control and paste it on the form, it becomes a control array. Any control is copy and pasted, it becomes a control array. So here what we have done, for the numbers we have made command 1 as the control, and all the other buttons are a copy of this command 1. So they differ by their index. So for the caption 1, if you see the name, it is command 1, but if you see the properties box, it has a 0 as the index. If you click 2 and see caption 2, but command button caption 2, name is command 1 only, but they differ from the first button by its index. Here the index is 1. So we have placed some buttons for denoting the numbers, right? All the command buttons we have kept here. A control array of command buttons we have kept here only for stating the numbers, right? And to do the mathematical operations, we'll include another button. Okay, we'll include another button just for doing the arithmetic operations like plus, minus, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, for all these purposes. Okay, so I am placing one command button and changing the caption as plus, right? Now here also I am going to make a control array. So just right click, copy and paste it. Yes, you have already a control named command 2. Do you want to create a control array? Just give yes. Now change the caption to be minus. Change the caption to be minus. Right? Again, paste it. Change the caption to be next arithmetic symbol, asterisk for multiplication. Then paste it. Change the caption to be division, that is a slash, put a slash there. Then paste it, change the caption to be mod operation, MOD, mod operation, right? So we have created another set of buttons, another set of control array of command buttons just for denoting the symbols, right? And one more thing we can add, that is adding a point. Is it not? That we have forgotten here, right? Just copy one command button, right? Just paste it, right? So I'm making the caption to be point. Suppose if you want to add or subtract or multiply any decimal values, you can make use of this point, a decimal point. So I have added one decimal point. Now what else is more? We need one equal to button, is it not? After calculations, we need one equal to button. So create another button here, right? So I'm creating another button here, which is a command button for enter. Enter in the sense equal to. It as equal to. One more button we are going to keep, which is for clearing the text that is available in the text box. Whichever that appears on the screen, if you suddenly want to clear means, you can press this clear button. So I am keeping one command button separately. Okay, separately another command button is kept, which is called as clear. Clear button is kept. So somewhat it looks like a calculator. Okay, so just select it. Try to move it and see. Since frame is a container control, when I move the frame, all the buttons that are kept on the frame are also moving along with it. That's why frame is called a container control, right? Okay. Now, remove this text. Remove the text in the text box. Select the text box. Go to the properties window. Select the text property. Remove the text. Right. After removing the text, right, now give some appearance. I'm selecting the frame just for adding some design point of view. It should look like a calculator. For that purpose, I'm making like giving some caption to it, like calculator X9100 series. Simply a caption to the command button. Sorry, to the frame, right? Then it looks like a calculator. Now make the font of the text box little big, in a bigger size, little bigger size, so that whatever that appears on the text box will look clearly. Okay, make it bold and let it appear in a bigger size. So I have made the font size in a bigger manner, right? So the buttons are added. You can even change the back color of the frame to look like a calculator. Usually a calculator looks like a black colored one. I'm making it as somewhat ash in color so that the buttons are clearly visible to you now, right? Now make some adjustments so that the buttons are located correctly, okay? Right. So now we have designed a calculator. All the numbers are available. All the symbols to perform the arithmetic operations are available. One more button we have kept, that is for clearing the text in the text box. Then suppose we want to include any decimal values, we have here decimal point also. So when you consider by look, it looks like a calculator, but moreover, how we created, just to make a recall of it, we have kept one frame on the form, which is a container control. Why frame is called a container control? When more controls are placed over it, the frame will act like a container, and whenever the frame is moved, all the controls that are placed over the frame will also move along with that. That is, the frame will act like a parent, and all the other controls will become a child to it. Even your form is also a container control, because whenever you move the form, all the controls are placed over it, is it not? So your form is all itself is a container control. One more is the picture box is also a container control. So the container control will act like a parent. All the other controls placed over it will act like a child. Whenever you move any container control like frame, whenever you move it, all the controls placed over it will also move along with that, right? So we have kept one text box, especially the text box is kept in order to display the result, and moreover, the alignment of the text box, we have to keep it at right justified. Why we are keeping it right justified? The text that appears on the calculator usually appears from right to left. Okay, not unlike ordinary text from left to right. In calculators, the text will appear from right to left. So we are making the text box alignment to be right justified. We are making the alignment of the text box to be right justified. And we inserted buttons. First we kept one command button 1. Later we copied the same command button 1 and created all these buttons 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 and this decimal point. We made a control array and the other buttons are created. And one more command button we kept, that is command button 2, and we made a caption of plus. With that, we copied the same command button 2 and created other symbols like plus, minus, asterisk symbol for multiplication, and slash symbol for division, then modular division. right? All these buttons are control arrays of command 2, right? Then separately we created a button for equal to and separate button we created for clear. Okay, so we'll start coding now. How we can do coding? First, we'll start with the easy thing. That is, whenever we click clear, whatever the text that appears in the text box should be empty. Is it not? So double click on clear. So what it should do? Text one dot text. That is, whatever the text that appears in the text box one should be empty. So I'm simply giving double quotes. So what we are giving? We are giving only double quotes. Okay, give only double quotes. Now, whenever we press numbers here, that is when I press 1, that number should appear in the text box, right? So let me first write for that. So here command 1 underscore click index as integer, that is whichever number you are clicking, okay, that number should come. Okay, so it is common for all the numbers you have kept there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 and decimal. For all these numbers, the same coding only. So whatever the number you are clicking, that command button's caption should appear in the text box. So text one dot text is equal to command 1 of index and giving it as index. Why? Based upon the button, which button is clicked, that button's caption should be captured in the text box. So command 1 of index dot caption, right? Whichever, if suppose command 1 of 0 is clicked, that means the caption is 1. Command 1 of 1 is clicked means the caption is 2. So based upon the command button's index, the caption will be captured, right? But when you see here, our numbers will not be always only a single digit number. If it is a single digit number, the coding what we have written is correct. If it is a single digit number, the coding what we have written is correct. Is it not? Why? 1, if I click, 1 will appear. If I click 2, 2 will appear. I will just execute and show it first so that you can understand it. See here, when I click 4, 4 is appearing in the calculator. When I click 5, 5 is appearing in the calculator. Why? We have written the code like text1 dot text is equal to command of index. Which indexed command button you have clicked, that command button's caption. So if suppose this command button's caption, index is 4 and its caption is 5, that caption is captured here as 5. Suppose here the number I want to type on the text box as 56. Is it possible to write like uh, dot text plus command 1 of index dot caption. That means what text should appear in the text box is nothing but the already available text in the text box. Plus operator is acting like a concatenation operator here. That is, it joins along with the caption that is appearing. Okay. So whichever command button you are clicking, that command button's caption is appended or concatenated along with the already available text in the text box. Okay, that should only appear in the text box. So now we will execute and see. See here, I want the number 52. So 5 I am pressing. When I press 2, 2 has come. When I click clear, it has cleared. I want to give a 3-digit number. 3, 5, 7. Right? I am clearing it. I want a decimal number. 12.5. So now we are able to capture the numbers, right? Now we are able to capture the numbers well. Now what is the next step? Now we are able to get the values. Now next what we have to do, we have to do some arithmetic operations. Either we have to perform addition or subtraction or multiplication or division. So we have to do that. So how we can do it? So first number we will enter, then we press one symbol, then the second number we will enter. Is it not? So the first number and the second number, what we are capturing should be stored globally, right? The first number and the second number, what we are going to capture should be stored globally, because see the command buttons, the number command buttons, when I click 78, it will be in the memory buffer. Once I press plus, the 78 will be erased. Erased in the sense from the temporary memory buffer, it will be erased. After that, when I press again some other number 96, the previously present 78 will not be available in the memory. The 96 will override and be kept in the buffer, right? To avoid that, once the particular number is displayed in the text box, and whenever you press plus, whenever you press any of the symbols, any of the arithmetic operation symbols, at that time whatever is appearing in the text box, you just capture it, you just put it in the memory, right? Just put it in the memory. So just double click on the plus button, right? So since the button is numbers are captured in a different command click, that is different event procedure, make it a global variable. So what I'm going to give is dim a as dim a as integer. Okay. So whenever you click the symbols, any plus or minus or any symbols you are pressing, first store the value. Okay, a is equal to value of text one dot text, whatever that is appearing in the text box, that alone you save it in the variable a. You save it in the variable a, right? Okay. Next, just clear the text. Why I am clearing? After pressing the symbol plus or minus or anything, what it should do? It should be ready to receive the next number. Your particular text box should be ready to receive the next number, is it not? So for that purpose, I am just clearing the text box. Now clearing the text box will not disturb your code. Why? Already the value that appeared in the text is now stored in the variable a, right? Clear now? Right. So now what we are going to do, we are going to capture this, which symbol has been clicked by the user. So we have created one control array of all these symbols, command 2 as a control array, plus, minus, asterisk, slash, then mod, all these different symbols, we have made it as a control array of command 2. So which symbol is clicked by the user, that we have to capture now, right? So how we can capture it? Let us make the index. Let us capture the index of it. Okay, first let us capture the index of it. How we can capture it? Put another variable. Take another variable. Let me take it as symbol, is it not? So let me give the name as symbol, SYM, or operator, OP, anything you can give. So I am giving it as symbol, SYM. So symbol is equal to whatever the caption that is covered from the command button. So command 2 of index button, you are clicking that indexed command button dot caption, right? The symbol is captured from the clicked command button. Okay, that clicking of the command button 2 is differentiated by the index it is appearing, right? Make this symbol also as a integer and a global variable. So I'm making it as a global variable. So now when any of the symbols press a minus, any of these operators are clicked, what will happen? The previously stored value in the text box is captured and stored in A, right? And you are clearing the text box, right? You are clearing the text box. After that, which symbol you have clicked, that symbol you are capturing. How the symbol can be captured? It is based upon the command to's caption, right? That is captured and kept, right? Now go back to the form. So first number will be appearing on the screen. Then you press one symbol. Again you will click one number. So that number will be captured. And then you will click on equal to. Is it not? So when you press equal to, now the second number what is appearing on the screen should be captured. B is equal to value of text one dot text, right? B also a global variable. So I'm making it as dim a comma symbol sym comma b as integer. So capture the value which is secondly entered. Okay, that also we have captured. Now two values are available with us. The first entered value is available in A. The secondly entered value is available in B. And which operation we should perform? That symbol is available in SYM, right? The symbol is available in SYM. Now, based upon the symbol we have captured, the operation should be performed between A and B. Suppose the symbol you have received is plus, you have to perform addition between A and B. Suppose the symbol captured is minus, you have to perform subtraction between A and B, right? So how we can make it? We can make it with the help of select case. So I am giving select case, pass the symbol in select case. In select case, pass the symbol. So if the case is plus, so if the case is plus, you have to perform. If the case is right, if it is plus, if the symbol observed, okay, if the symbol observed is plus, then you have to perform addition. So for that also I am going to make another variable, that is C is equal to A plus B. Whatever the value that is captured in A and whatever the value that is captured through B, they are added and now stored in C. Not only that, it has to be displayed in the text box, is it not? So first just we will calculate it, then we will display it on the board. Next is case minus. Well is captured. C is equal to A minus B. Okay. This C also you can declare it. Okay. C also you can declare it. So A comma B comma SYM comma C as integer. Okay. And this symbol is not an integer, right? SYM is not an integer. So declare it as a string because it is a symbol. I am declaring it as a SYM as string. It's a string. Okay, symbol is not an integer because plus, minus, all these things will be declared as will be symbols and they are considered as a string. So ABC as integer which holds the values and sim as string, right? Star going to perform multiplication. A star slash perform division dash B. Then is uh, mod. If it is mod. Then we have given the caption, yeah, we have given in capital letters only, so no problem. So if the symbol is MOD, C is equal to A and into the select case. Now make this value to appear in the text box. So text dot text to the value what is available in C. So whichever is available in C, that you are making the text box to display, right? Okay. Now if you see here, we have given one decimal point also, is it not? We have given one decimal point. What for this decimal point is used? Whenever we want to use any decimal values, you can use this decimal point. Is it not? 12.5, 13.5, like that values are there means you have to go ahead with a pointer. So at that time, it is possible to use ABC as integer. Okay, we shall see what we should do for decimal points. First, we will check whether the ordinary addition divisions are working or not. Okay, so I'm clicking on 4 plus, right, 2 equal to 6, right, 5, sorry, clear, then 6 minus 3 equal to 3, clear it, then 9 cross 7 equal to 63, clear it, 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2, clear it, then 2 mod 4 is equal to 2, clear it, 5 mod 5 is equal to 0, right? All these operations are correct. Now let us try to use some decimal values like 12 point, let me clear it, okay. So 12.5 plus 0.5, answer should be 13, is it not? If we are getting it, we'll get some decimal values. Now we'll see. 78, clear it, 56.75 plus 98.75. So it should be with some decimal values, but we are not getting the decimal values. The decimal values are neglected here. We are neglected, the decimal values are not displayed. 156 point some values should come, it is not displayed. Why? We have assigned the variables A, B and C as integers. We have not made it as other data type, floating point data type we have not used. So make it as double. Instead of integer, make it as double. When you make it as double, what happens is 78.75 plus 96.75. When you press equal to, now you are getting the decimal values, right? So now you will get the decimal values. This is how you should create a calculator. Okay, this is how you should create a calculator. Very simple coding only. Looks like complicated, but it is very easy. So what we have done, we first designed it and we started to add the code.